Hello, 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 and welcome back to English Daily Dialogues. I'm Anna, and I'm still trying to figure out if my coffee mug is half empty or just really, really big.
And I'm Alex, still mourning the tragic disappearance of what I swear was the last blueberry muffin. Justice will be served, Anna. Justice will be served.
Oh, come on, Alex. We talked about this. It was a shared muffin. We had a verbal agreement, 50-50. You had the top, I had the bottom. It was a beautiful moment of culinary cooperation.
A verbal agreement that was clearly null and void once I turned my back for precisely 3.7 seconds to check if my shoelaces were tied. A rookie mistake, I admit, but a betrayal nonetheless. This is why we need written contracts for everything, Anna, even breakfast.
Oh, this is our life, folks, every single morning. The struggle is real. But hey, it makes for great podcast content, right?
Absolutely. And speaking of daily struggles, today we're diving into the wonderful, bewildering, and sometimes downright hilarious world of, well, daily dialogues. Specifically, those little linguistic gems we use to navigate the mundane, the unexpected, and the occasional muffin-related crises.
Exactly. We're not talking Shakespeare here, folks. We're talking about the real-life English you'll use when you're ordering coffee, apologizing for accidentally stepping on someone's foot on the bus, or, like Alex, dramatically accusing your co-host of pastry theft.
It's not an accusation if it's a fact, Anna. Just saying.
Anyway, today we want to focus on some common scenarios and the dialogues that naturally flow from them. And we're going to try and sprinkle in some useful vocabulary, idioms, and maybe even a little bit of cultural insight.
And if you're a beginner, don't worry, we'll break things down. If you're more advanced, hopefully you'll pick up a new phrase or two, or at least have a good chuckle at our expense.
Probably the latter. So let's start with the absolute bedrock of daily human interaction. Greetings. Beyond the basic hello and how are you, what else can we say?
The art of the sophisticated greeting. Or, as I like to call it, how to sound like you actually care without having to deeply analyze your feelings before 9 a.m.
Precisely. So instead of just how are you, you might hear, how's it going? Or what's up?
And for what's up, the appropriate response is usually not much or, just the usual. You don't actually launch into a 20-minute monologue about your struggles with your unruly pet hamster. Trust me, I've made that mistake.
We were late for work that day, Alex.
But Hammy was attempting a daring escape from his multi-level mansion.
Moving on. You also have, how have you been, which implies you haven't seen the person in a little while. And the classic, good morning, afternoon, evening. Simple, effective, hard to mess up.
Unless you say good night at 8 a.m. Again, been there, done that, good views to everyone. My brain just hadn't switched on yet. Probably still dreaming about muffins.
See, this is why we're here, folks. To save you from those social faux pas. Now, let's talk about a scenario many of us dread. Accidentally bumping into someone.
Oh, the classic, excuse me, or sorry. But what if you really messed up? What if you, say, spilled your entire triple shot espresso on someone's pristine white shirt, asking for a friend?
Your friend sounds suspiciously like you, Alex. Well, in that case, a simple sorry might not cut it. You'd probably want to escalate to something like, oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Or, my apologies, let me help you with that.
And then you offer to buy them a new shirt, or at least a mountain of napkins. Because a coffee stain is basically a permanent tattoo of your clumsiness.
And if you're the one who got bumped, you can respond with no worries, or it's all right, or no harm done. Unless, of course, there was significant harm done, like a broken arm, then you might want to call an ambulance instead of just saying no worries.
Good point, Anna. Context is key, always. Which brings us to another daily interaction.
This is where polite phrasing really shines. Instead of just, where's the bathroom? which can sound a bit abrupt, you'd use phrases like, "Excuse me, could you tell me where the nearest restroom is?" Or, "Would you mind helping me find the exit?"
The magic words are excuse me, could you, would you mind, and please. Sprinkle those liberally into your requests, and you'll sound like a courteous, well-mannered human being instead of a demanding robot.
And if someone asks you for help and you can help them, common responses are certainly, of course, no problem, or I'd be happy to.
Unless they're asking you to help them dispose of a suspicious-looking garden gnome. Then maybe just stick with, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. No judgment, just boundaries.
You always come up with the best scenarios, Alex. Let's move to something a bit more delicious. Ordering food.
Ah, my favorite topic, the dance of desire and delivery.
When you're in a restaurant or a cafe, you'll hear and use phrases like, "Can I get?" or "I'd like to order?" or "Could I have?"
And always, always add please at the end. Can I get a large pepperoni pizza, please? Is far better than get me pizza. Unless you're at home talking to your reflection, in which case, do whatever you want.
And the server might ask you, "Are you ready to order?" Or, "What can I get for you today?" Or, "Anything else for you?"
And if you're not ready, don't panic. You can say, just a moment, please. Or, I need a few more minutes. No shame and indecision when faced with a menu of culinary delights. The pressure is real.
And when you're finishing up, you might say, "Could I have the bill, please?" Or, "Check, please." And then don't forget to thank them. "Thank you for the meal," or "That was delicious."
Especially if they didn't steal your muffin. See, it all comes back to the muffin. It's a foundational element of daily dialogue.
It is your personal Rosetta Stone, apparently. So let's talk about another common scenario, making plans.
This is where we get into the fun stuff. Invitations, suggestions, and the delicate art of rescheduling without offending anyone.
So whether it's greetings, apologies, ordering food, or making plans, these little dialogues keep our daily lives running.
Exactly. Master these and you'll sound natural in almost any situation, muffins included.
Always the muffins. Anyway, that's all for today's episode.
Thanks for hanging out with us, everyone.
Don't forget to practice these dialogues and maybe share your favorite phrases with us.
Until next time, keep learning, keep laughing.